Welcome to Legal Services of New Jersey's Legal Rights series, Expunging a Criminal Record in New Jersey. This video will help you fill out the forms needed to request expungement. It is the fourth in a series of videos created to help you expunge your criminal record in New Jersey. Filling out, filing, and serving expungement forms is a multi-step process. The process is broken down into 4 steps. You will need to fill out these forms at different points in the expungement process. If you need help with any specific steps, click or scroll ahead to the step you need. Before we begin, there may be easier ways for you to complete your forms. If you have access to a computer and printer, just follow this link to our expungement form creator, answer the questions online, and then print out your forms. If you have not yet determined whether you are eligible to expunge, we recommend you first go through our expungement interview. If you can't or don't want to complete the forms online, this video will give you step-by-step instructions for filling out the forms by hand. If you are filling out the forms by hand, you will need a blank, single-sided copy of the expungement forms. Find them on our website by following this link. Note that you will need a copy of your criminal record to fill out your forms. If you need help getting a copy of your records, video 3 in this series will walk you through that process. Step 1. Petition for expungement, order for hearing, proposed expungement order, and cover letter. At the top left-hand corner, write your name and address, and your phone and email address if you have one. At the top right-hand side, write the name of the county in which you will be filing the petition for expungement. This should be in the county in which your case was heard. If you were convicted of an indictable offense, you must file in that county. If you were not convicted of an indictable offense, you must file in the county of your most recent offense. Leave the space above reference number blank. The court clerk will give you a reference number and will fill in the blank. If you are filing a drug court expungement application or expunging dismissed cases only, check the appropriate box. Where it says, in the matter of the expungement of the criminal juvenile record of blank, write your full name. Where it says, I blank residing at blank, write your name and current address. Write your date of birth in paragraph 1. In paragraph 2, write the date you were arrested and the town in which you were arrested or taken into custody. Then fill in the name of the offense you were charged with and the New Jersey statute under which you were arrested or taken into custody. If you were charged with multiple offenses in one arrest, list each offense separated by a semicolon. Then list each corresponding statute in the space provided, also separated by a semicolon. Fill in the original indictment, summons, warrant, docket, or complaint number in paragraph 3. If any of the charges against you were dismissed, fill in paragraph 4 with the date on which the charges were dismissed, the name of the charges that were dismissed, and the name of the court that dismissed the charge. If you did not have a conditional discharge, conditional dismissal, or complete a pretrial intervention program, cross out after PTI, conditional discharge, conditional dismissal, veterans diversion program, juvenile diversion, or other diversion program completed. If none of the charges against you were dismissed, cross out paragraph 4 and go to paragraph 5. If you were convicted or adjudicated delinquent of the charges, fill in paragraph 5. Fill in the date of the conviction or adjudication of delinquency, the name of the offense and the statute. Remember, this is the statute under which you were convicted or adjudicated delinquent, not necessarily the statute under which you were arrested. You must also include the length of the sentence and the following dates: release from prison if you went to prison, completion of probation or parole if this applies, and payment of fine if you paid a fine. If you were not convicted or adjudicated delinquent, cross out paragraph 5 completely. If you were not sentenced to jail or prison time, probation, or a fine, write NA for not applicable in the appropriate spaces. If you are trying to expunge more than 3 convictions, adjudications, or arrests, You will need to fill out multiple copies of Form 1. Make sure that all the blanks on Form 1 are either filled in or crossed out. Then sign and print your name at the bottom of each petition, Form 1. You must also complete the verification of the petition, stating that there are no disorderly persons, petty disorderly persons, or indictable charges currently pending against you. If you are not seeking expungement of an indictable conviction, cross out paragraph 3 of the verification. Note that this document must be signed before a notary, and the notary must date and sign the form. If you are seeking expungement of a conviction of an indictable offense, you must also include the affidavit on page 5 indicating that you have never been granted expungement, sealing, or other relief regarding an indictable conviction. If you are filing to expunge a conviction before the usual 5 or 6 year waiting period, or if you have met the 5 or 6 year waiting period but still have an outstanding fine, you will need to complete Form 8 or 9. Also, you will need to fill out Form 9 if you were convicted of sale, distribution, or possession with the intent to sell CDS in the 3rd or 4th degree. Those forms are not covered in our video series, but you can find them on our website. Next, you must complete the Order for Hearing, Form 2. This form will be used by the judge to schedule a hearing. At the top left-hand corner, write your name and address, and your phone and email address if you have one. And at the top right-hand side, write the county in which you are filing your petition. Leave the space above reference number blank. Where it says, in the matter of the expungement of the criminal records of blank, write your name. Fill in your name in the first space after this matter having been opened to the court upon the next petition of blank. Leave the spaces in the next paragraph blank. Fill in the blanks near the bottom of the page where it asks for the prosecutor of the county where you were arrested or taken into custody, the chief of the police department of the town where you were arrested or taken into custody, and the judge of the municipal court where you were arrested or taken into custody. If you were incarcerated, fill in the name of the jail or prison. If you are not incarcerated, you may leave this blank. Next, you must fill out the proposed expungement order, Form 3. At the top left-hand corner, write your name and address, and your phone and email address if you have one. And at the top right-hand side, write the county in which you are filing your petition. Leave the space above reference number blank. Where it says, in the matter of the expungement of the criminal juvenile records of blank, write your name. Next, in the first line of the expungement order, after verified petition of blank, write your name, then your address. Leave the next 3 spaces blank. Where it says, the clerk of the blank municipal court and chief of the blank police department, fill in the name of the town in which you were arrested or taken into custody. If you were arrested or taken into custody in more than one town, write the names of all the towns. Then where it says the prosecutor of blank county, write the county or counties where you were arrested or taken into custody. Write your name in the next blank. Then the dates you were arrested and the statute under which you were arrested. Leave the signature line on the 3rd page blank. If your expungement is granted, the judge will sign the order. Next, you should fill out the first cover letter, Form 4. At the top left-hand corner, write the date, your name and address, and your phone and email address if you have one. Below, fill out the county and address for the Superior Court in the county where you are filing. This information is available online on the New Jersey Court's website. Where it says, in the matter of the expungement of the criminal juvenile records of blank, write your name. Sign at the bottom of the page. There is a $75 fee for filing for expungement. If you are not able to pay this fee, you may be able to have the fee waived. You may request a fee waiver from the county court or locate the form on the New Jersey Court's website. Click on the Self-Help Center link at the top of the page. then click on the forms and instructions, then type fee waiver in the search box. You will have to fill in the required information and attach any requested documents. Sign and submit the following fee waiver with your expungement application. If you are only filing to expunge arrests that did not lead to a conviction or a record of arrest after successful completion of drug court or court-ordered rehabilitation, you are not required to submit the filing fee. Once you have completed Forms 1 through 4 for your expungement petition, you'll need to make 3 copies of each form and follow the instructions in Video 5 of this series for directions on how to file and serve expungement forms. Step 2. Filling out the second cover letter, Form 5. After you receive Forms 1 through 3 back from the court, you will need to fill out the second cover letter, Form 5. At the top left-hand corner, write your name and address, and your phone and email address if you have one. Next, fill in the county where you are filing and the address for the prosecutor, which you should be able to find online. If you were incarcerated, fill in the name and address of the jail or prison. Otherwise, leave these blank. If you received a conditional discharge, conditional dismissal, or pretrial intervention, fill in the county where you are filing and the address of the chief probation officer. Otherwise, leave these blank. Next, fill out the name of the municipal court where your case was heard and its address. Next, fill out the name of the police department in the municipality where you were arrested and taken into custody and its address. You should be able to find all of these addresses online. Where the form says expungement hearing, write the date and time of the hearing and the reference number which were supplied in the returned order for hearing, Form 2. Sign the document at the bottom. Once you have completed Form 5, you will need to make enough copies of each form for each of the parties indicated in the order for hearing, plus 1 for your records. These are Form 5 and Forms 1 through 3 that were mailed to you by the court. Then follow the instructions in Video 5 of this series for directions on how to file and serve expungement forms. Step 3. Proof of Notice, Form 6. After you have received return receipt cards from the parties to which you served a copy of your expungement petition, you will need to fill out the Proof of Notice, Form 6. At the top left-hand corner, write the date, your name and address, and your phone and email address if you have one. At the top right-hand side, write the name of the county in which you will be filing the petition for expungement and the reference number which were supplied in the returned order for hearing, Form 2. Where it says, in the matter of the expungement of the criminal juvenile records of blank, write your name. Use the information in return receipt cards to fill out the form. Write the date that you sent out the petition for expungement, order for hearing, and proposed final order. In the next section, fill in the information as you did for Form 2, the order for hearing, and then sign and date the form. If the clerk has instructed you to mail the receipts and proof of notice form back to the court, you should mail them right away. Otherwise, you should take them to the court with you on the day of the hearing. Step 4. Third cover letter, Form 7. Once you have received your final expungement order stamped with filed, you will need to fill out the third cover letter, Form 7, and notify the same people that you notified of your petition and your hearing. At the top left-hand corner, write the date and your name and address, and your phone and email address if you have one. In the next section, fill out the addresses the same way as you did for the Form 5 cover letter. Where it says in the matter of the expungement of the criminal records of blank, write your name and the reference number, which was supplied in the return order for hearing, Form 2. Sign the bottom of the form. You should make enough copies of your expungement order and Form 7 for each of the parties indicated in the order for hearing and save the original for your records. Then follow the instruction in Video 7 of this series for directions on how to serve the expungement order. We hope you found this video helpful. Watch our other videos about expungement or check out our online expungement toolkit to apply now.